Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera ataupun salam sejahtera bersama saya lagi MK Ridzuan dan
saya Kak Jenn.
yes, dalam podcast Belakang Pentas. Sorry, kita orang selalu bila opening tu kita orang akan gelak-gelak sebab something happen sebelum tu. So, yang itu biar kita orang je lah yang tahu apa yang berlaku.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, kepada yang selalu tune in dengan podcast Belakang Pentas, kita ucapkan terima kasih banyak. Jangan lupa share, hebah-hebahkan. Orang kata word of mouth, mouth to mouth.
I don't think it's mouth to mouth.
Itu macam lain orang kata marketing dari mulut ke mulut tu sangat berkesan. So kita hargai support korang yang bercerita dengan kawan-kawan korang pasal podcast ni. Kalau ada info-info yang kita share tu apa orang kata memberi manfaat lah. So hari ni sebenarnya kita ada topik yang bermanfaat juga. Tapi yang ni saya nak banyak tanya Kak Jenn sebab Kak Jenn adalah orang yang dah memang sangat berpengalaman, dah lama dalam industri ni. Dia tengok industri ni evolve daripada begini sampai ke begini, daripada analog sampai ke digital, daripada piring hitam. Saya sempat piring hitam.
Piring hitam was bila I start to buy. Bila I kecil, I buy piring hitam. When I came in, it's already cassette.
It's already cassette.
Yeah.
Sampai sekarang dah streaming platform.
Betul.
So Kak Jenn adalah orang yang tengok evolusi kita punya music industry. Jadi saya nak Kak Jenn kongsi 5 je Kak Jenn.
5 je.
5 je. Sebab banyak-banyak tu berat sangat. Apa pandangan Kak Jenn ataupun 5 poin yang Kak Jenn rasa kita perlu untuk industri kita ada supaya jadi lebih apa orang kata matang. Industri yang lebih matang, industri muziknya.
Okay. Terima kasih Wan.
Macam formal.
Ya. Saya rasa untuk industri yang lebih matang, kita perlu ada kolaborasi between orang yang membuat muzik, government dan private sector.
Oh yes, betul.
Because music alone, you cannot make tons and tons of money. You need to be able to have somebody support you to take you different places. But saya selalu dapat soalan ni, kenapa kita tak boleh macam Korea? K-pop. K-pop dia punya population hanya 2 kali ganda kita punya. Tapi dia satu dunia dia dah tawan.
Yeah.
One whole world dah tawan and one
Grammy bukan.
Grammy belum. Dia dah ke Grammy tapi belum menang. Academy Award dah menang. So because they are mature in the entertainment industry.
Yes, yeah.
Dia gunakan entertainment sebagai vehicle untuk memperkenalkan Korea ke dunia tau.
Yes, betul. So, maksudnya to put Korea in the map.
Yes, correct.
Diorang berhasil buat benda tu.
So untuk negara, saya rasa muzik ataupun art adalah dia memainkan peranan penting untuk cultural identity kita, preservation kita punya cultural identity and expression. Walaupun kita mainkan muzik yang maybe influence dari the West, but still dia mengikut rentak kita dan cara kita dan problems kita. So whether it's metal or rock or pop, it always is kita punya problems.
Yeah, betul.
Because it is within the community that it comes out from.
Yeah.
So I think it's important for us to have this collaboration untuk kita mematangkan lagi kita punya music industry. Not just us trying to struggle to stay alive.
Yeah. Okay, macam Kak Jenn cakap, untuk poin pertama ni adalah kolaborasi kita dengan government semua tu kan, ataupun government dengan private sector, those yang basically big boys untuk negara ni lah kan. Boleh Kak Jenn bagi contoh tak apa benda kolaborasi yang mungkin outstanding, mungkin dekat Malaysia ataupun South Korea dah buat ke?
Yeah, no, I definitely South Korea is the biggest example untuk benda-benda yang ni, because tengok export dia orang dah increase 50-fold in the last 15 years. You can imagine.
15 years.
Yeah, 15 years, 50-fold.
50
50 kali ganda dia punya music export. So dia started from 10.8 million and is now become 604 million pounds. 604 million pounds in 2021. These figures I got from 2021. So K-pop dah jadi global phenomenon kot. So dengan BTS, dengan Blackpink, they are the top 10 best-selling albums in the world. Okay.
Saya check, diorang at least top 5 dalam the biggest export music export. I mean US, UK, semua tu diorang export music. But pada masa yang sama kat situ tiba-tiba ada South Korea.
Ya, betul.
Padahal kecil je. In fact, kita 3 kali ganda, negara kita lagi besar daripada South Korea tu. But how can they put themselves on the map?
Betul.
But I agree kat Jenn, the kolaborasi antara kita dengan kerajaan ni penting. That's why saya selalu tekankan yang sebab kita hidup dalam community, bermasyarakat. Whether you like it or not, you nak bermasyarakat ataupun tidak, that is up to you. But kita kalau hidup dalam that system or that community, memang we need each other. Kita sebagai anak seni ataupun artis tak boleh nak carry benda tu sendiri. Takkan mampu sebab kita akan ada, bukanlah kekangan, sebab kita berada dalam sistem tu. So you need to work with the system instead of against the system. Macam kalau saya boleh cerita sikit yang Korea punya ni, because saya ada pernah study and tengok dokumentari pasal how Korea boleh daripada industrial punya company dia jadi entertainment punya company pula, industri punya country jadi entertainment punya country. I mean when they understand yang diorang tak ada kemampuan untuk compete secara industri, like manufacturing ke apa benda semua tu, so diorang end up okay, kita export entertainment.
Betul.
Kak Jenn, saya tengok ini polisi government lah, bukannya macam tiba-tiba Zain nak buat benda ni lepas tu tak. I mean this is government level punya. Okay, kita nak tukar polisi negara kita daripada industrial, kita jadikan dia entertainment.
And how do we do it?
And so how do we do it?
Duduk with all the people, the experts
the
in the
lah apa semua tu. So diorang discuss and diorang buat polisi to the extent where Kak Jenn bayangkan lah, kalau saya ibaratkan ini adalah KL, ibaratnya diorang runtuhkan macam flyover or jalan raya yang kat bawahnya tu sungai. Diorang runtuhkan and replan balik the whole bandar tu supaya sungai tu diorang boleh cantikkan, letak taman semua tu. I mean dia nak buat satu dia nak buat park kat situ yang mana orang boleh pergi menari kat situ, orang boleh inspired kat situ, orang boleh chill. So instead of hustle bustling city, dia nak buat jadi city yang lebih
dia
chill.
bagi platform kepada performers
untuk
and
pergi.
art. Yes.
So I mean to that extent I mean kalau you nak runtuhkan you punya infrastructure for the sake of benda ni, that means the whole government tu dah memang tukar, the whole country tu dah memang
the strategic
reform.
focus lah. Dia move to prioritize music as the sole to promote their culture lah abroad to the world.
Yes.
Kan?
So the economic power of music ni, dia orang tahu benda tu. So that's why they focus, okay, this is going to be our industry. I mean kalau South Korea boleh buat, South Korea, kita duk kata duk canang sana sini, kita punya arts ni kaya lah, rich lah apa tu,
tapi kita tak buat
buat. So macam mana kita kat situ, untuk saya sendiri pun, pada saya macam satu indikator di mana industri muzik kita ni belum matang. Tapi bukanlah ini salah daripada orang-orang dalam industri kita tu. I mean we cannot blame specific person. Benda ni kolektif, you know. Betul. I mean kalau orang kita more appreciative toward music, mungkin benda tu lebih mudah, kita lebih open untuk discuss benda-benda begini. Tapi because music larang, music haram, music tu masalah gejala sosial semua tu, jadi we can never have this discussion, kan?
I mean, Korea came up with the Korean Creative Content Agency, which specifically targets how do we get our music out there in the world. So it wasn't only music lah. It was K-drama. It was
Yes.
film.
Yes.
It was
The entertainment
lifestyle.
lah.
So it was a whole thing. Now, everybody in Asia, where do they want to go holiday? South Korea.
South Korea. Sebab tu semua orang, saya tak pernah terfikir yang one day Western akan macam nak sangat jadi Korean.
Betul.
Kan? Nak muka yang begini, produk yang begini supaya muka nampak glossy lah apa. Like, dah ada satu standard setter,
K makeup and skincare is a big thing nowadays.
So,
huge.
Benda ni like berapa tahun tadi? 15 tahun.
Yes.
So that means dia bukan punya polisi yang setiap kali pilihan raya you akan bertukar government, so polisi tukar. Tak, ini dia dah memang go like the whole country punya reform dah. So
15 years was 2021, now it's 2024. So we're talking about 18 years now, 18, 19 years.
Sebab dulu J-pop lagi besar.
Yes, betul. Tapi J-pop fell back very far because of the collaboration between government, private sector, the Samsungs of the world, the Hyundais of the world, really help the government and also the creators, because the creators pun kena masuk campur. Dia orang boleh buat platform tu, tapi kalau mereka tak boleh keluarkan art form yang cukup cukup matang for the world to accept, then they also have a problem. So everyone has to work together.
Betul.
Lah,
So government dengan private sector dengan artists, everybody like collaborating untuk buat benda ni, which so far kita susah. I mean adalah sikit-sikit benda tu, tapi dia tak dijalankan dalam skala yang besar. I mean collaboration antara private sector dengan government yang ada sekarang ni sekadar cukup ada macam tu je.
Betul. And niat untuk membangunkan industri muzik tu mesti ada. Dia tak boleh untuk sekadar 2 tahun 3 tahun. This is an ongoing process, and you have to, and results are not immediate.
Betul.
Result
ini 15 tahun kot South Korea. So we are talking 10 years and
above.
Yeah.
Yes. It is a minimum of 10 years to change the perception of the world. You know, you're changing. Can you imagine that you have people that are not Koreans that want to speak Korean? How hard is that to change that perception of the world? So, yes.
So they manage to basically export diorang punya budaya.
Yes, betul.
So anyway, it takes time benda tu. So that is cool. Saya sebenarnya tadi ada benda saya terfikir. Oh man, lupa, tapi hopefully saya akan teringat as we go along. Okay, so that is number one, kolaborasi antara government, private sector, apa semua tu. So untuk kita sort of macam ada benchmark lah industri muzik kita ni.
Whoever can help should help. If there are corporations out there that can help our music industry, they should help, because the arts helps our country as a whole to deal with the rest of the world as well.
True. And also ini okay, kita stay kejap dekat point ni. Saya dah ingat dah apa benda. Kita baru ni ada Olympic Games. So masa opening tu, saya nampak ada ramai orang yang macam compared to opening Olympic yang dihostkan oleh negara-negara lain. I mean, bila you buat opening, you akan judge culture you kau-kau.
Yes.
So France basically macam, what is your culture? Semua orang macam question, apa culture France ni sebenarnya dah macam tak ada. So these are the things yang mungkin orang selalu fikir entertainment industry ni, by the way, entertainment industry contribute GDP yang besar ya untuk negara kita. So dia bukannya macam tak perlu ada benda ni dalam ekonomi negara. Tak, sebenarnya benda tu ada function dia kat dalam tu. Whether you like it or not, you nak haramkan music ke, you nak haramkan pengwayang ke, we are here to stay.
Wah.
But yes, benda ni kita bercakap tentang kita
Vote
punya culture.
Vote for MP Music. Yes, alright.
So I mean, it's your culture. So you mesti nak jajakan you punya culture dekat situ.
I mean that's absolutely true. I think that's where you find that France was a little bit struggling in terms of representing itself with its music because it doesn't have. In the end, it was Celine Dion and Lady Gaga who are not from
No,
France.
yeah.
Where else in London Olympics was all British singers,
yeah.
British artists, British music that was being played. So yeah, the art form for France was very different because theirs is based on
Revolution lah, new ideas lah,
yes,
whatever yang they are fighting.
and the handbags.
Yeah.
Hermes, Louis Vuitton. That was the thing that they judge dekat the world because that is what they're known for. So yeah, pop culture is as important as our past culture.
Yes, true,
yeah, so.
true.
Government and private sector should really step forward and contribute to the arts and to music.
True. This one kita still masih berada dekat collaboration antara government apa semua tu. But this one, one thing I like about European punya collaboration antara, bukan collaboration lah, I mean, diorang punya government to acknowledge all this,
because they're mature
workers.
society.
Yeah, mature society kan. One thing yang saya suka, mungkin ramai yang tak tahu benda ni, tapi masa yang saya pergi Paris dulu tu, saya borak dengan diorang ni. So they have this, saya tak ingat nama benda tu, tapi dia macam intermittent
fasting.
Intermittent fasting.
No. Oops.
Tapi they have this intermittent part-time worker, something like that. So benda ni dia adalah satu polisi di mana kalau you ini yang govern this policy adalah diorang punya Kementerian Kebudayaan, Ministry Culture diorang lah. So kalau you adalah part-time worker, gig workers lah, basically you dancer ke, you tukang buat rumah ke, you whatever lah, kan, yang you biasanya bekerja by contract, macam kita terlibat dengan musicals ni ataupun konsert ni, so for few weeks kita akan involved with that production kan. So diorang ni government policy diorang ada di mana kalau you register and eligible, you kena apply benda tu, and then kalau katalah sebab government dia orang acknowledge yang kerja macam ni you tak setiap bulan ada. So katalah ada bulan yang you menganggur, sebulan tu you tak ada job. So government akan pays you.
Unemployment benefits kind of thing lah, almost.
So but given that every year at the end of the year you kena bagi you punya financial statement, job-job yang you ada semua tu, you kena hantar all the reports so that next year you eligible.
But I get what you're saying. That means government appreciate people like this so that they make sure that they can stay alive by helping them pay their bills, so that they can still remain specialist specialist in their field lah.
Kan member pergi kerja kat tempat lain pula kan. So kita hilang satu permata di situ.
Betul.
I mean ada banyak flaws dalam sistem tu, but at least the government recognize and ada this kind of thing untuk buatkan diorang punya artis tu rasa okay, aku boleh hidup sebagai seorang artis. Sebab kalau kita dekat Malaysia ni, I mean mungkin government kita ada polisi-polisi lain yang diorang buat, tapi kita tengah bercakap how to make our industry music lebih matang kan. So kita borak je lah. So
but I think it's better to actually make the platform so that people have more work.
Yeah, betul.
And I think our next topic is something that is very, very important, and which is music education and arts appreciation in school. I think this is predominant in Matang society, that they have music in the schools and music education, because music education, like we said in our one of our last episodes, is that music education tu bukan saja untuk membina pemuzik ataupun artis, dia juga untuk ada orang yang appreciate music, appreciate the arts, cultural appreciation. So saya rasa benda ni adalah amat penting untuk membina satu arts environment yang ada concert goers, ada people who go to buy the merch, see the thing. So I rasa it's important, and the more kita ada environment tu, the more we will have professional musicians and professional artists that are able to come up and feel like they appreciated rather than saya buat main, I see how first. This is not nice.
Yeah. Kita nak orang yang like serious, and those talented musician yang kita ada tu kekal berada di situ dan boleh berkarya untuk kita semua. Di samping muzik tu boleh membina modal insan untuk masyarakat Malaysia secara generalnya.
YB sudah keluar. YB Music sudah keluar.
Okay, so in case ada yang dah miss tadi, Kak Jenn dah telah mengeluarkan second point, iaitu music education and art appreciation di school, sebab benda ni akan membawa ke alam dewasa. And saya suka untuk borak tentang Finland punya education system, di mana diorang sangat menekankan arts punya education. Now, betul. Tapi kita kena faham kenapa Finland memandang music education tu ataupun art, not
Finland
just music lah.
Finland got 5.2 million people ni inside there.
Yes. But the history of benda tu juga, Kak Jenn, yang membuatkan diorang navigate diorang punya cara berfikir tu begitu. Sebab secara history Finland, diorang ni macam terperangkap antara Rusia dengan Sweden. Perang-perang ni diorang tu macam jadi anak kancil kat tengah-tengah tu yang kena pijak dengan gajah. So at one point diorang nak establish, okay, macam mana kita nak establish satu negara yang berdaulat dan kita punya identity culture. That's why diorang fikir macam, okay, kita kena angkat music and art culture kita. So diorang ajar daripada zaman sekolah. In fact, daripada grade 1 sampai grade 9, benda tu adalah compulsory. You kena belajar muzik. Yang total dia orang belajar muzik 8 jam seminggu, dek. 8 jam seminggu. So maksudnya you kelas tu like 45 minit sehari. At least maksudnya you kena ada that involvement dengan muzik. And compulsory tu bukan sekadar di elementary school, sampai you sekolah menengah pun you still kena belajar benda tu. I mean, dengan bila, okay, kita dah cakap pasal kepentingan belajar muzik dekat sekolah sebelum ni kan, dalam episod sebelum ni. Jadi bayangkan semua kelebihan-kelebihan modal insan yang you dapat tu, you progress sampai ke dewasa. So macam mana you ada modal insan pula, society tu jadi macam mana.
Yes.
So now Finland punya education system dah di sort of macam recognized sebagai one of the best dekat dunia.
Yes.
So
I mean, and when they grow up, Finnish people, they go and watch musical events 3 to 5 times a week, okay? Because dia dah ingrained, they dah cultured to do that. Symphony orchestra, metal. Finland is the home of metal, but you look at the kind of metal that's coming out there. It's not the one kind of metal. They're so creative that they have all different types of metal. Nightwish comes from there, symphonic metal, right?
Yeah.
They have Rasmus, they have Apocalyptica, the cello players that play Metallica on cello. So it's
gila, they always come with something new and refreshing. So I mean, imagine kalau satu rakyat, seluruh rakyat you memang daripada kecil dia ajar muzik. Of course, some of the kids akan jadi musician. So imagine what kind of musician they come out to be. I mean, dah diajar muzik daripada kecil. So the level pandai maths apa semua tu. That's why lah education system dia padu. And also dia orang like very particular pasal diorang ada like psychologist, therapist yang akan datang dekat sekolah. I mean, they really involved dalam education tu. Parents, therapists, the teachers, music teachers, apa. I mean, saya sukalah tengok. Ini dia macam kena ada that collaboration between the government. Government punya polisi kena buat benda ni lah. Sebab kalau tak, bila benda tu bukan sebagai kita punya way of life, kita tak akan enforce lah benda tu dekat sekolah kan. So kita orang ni boleh cakap sebagai musician ke music teacher, kita boleh cakap benda-benda gini, tapi kalau yang dekat government tu tak buat benda, kita pun tak boleh ubah apa, Kak Jenn.
Betul, setuju.
So nombor 2 tadi adalah music education. So ini antara benda yang kita kena improve in order to have a more matang industry. So what's next, Kak Jenn?
The next thing I think, because we're the only country in the world I think yang tak ada touring circuit. Because every state that we go to, we have to apply different license, have to go and see a different body, to do a different thing. But I rasa music merakyatkan seni dan mengsenikan rakyat. When you go down to the ground and you teach people, and it doesn't need to be music. It could be, I mean, we have all kinds of music. We have Mak Yong lah, we have
Banyak sebenarnya.
yes, banyak ghazal. All these kind of things also should go on the ground, so people. You can imagine if it's being played freely on the ground every day, people will automatically become cultured.
Yeah.
If I can't even see it, whatever I see on a daily basis, that's the culture yang saya akan serap.
Because that is your daily life.
Yes. If I watch something on TV every day, I'm going to end up being that. So it's better kita culture kita punya orang. I mean, that's why I said I can never forget the experience of going to Vienna and watching an orchestra playing in the park. It's so moving.
Ya,
It is so moving. It's so beautiful. It's so cantik. It's like, and the look and the feel and the smells and it's
So nice.
unbelievable. It's an unbelievable moving experience, and that's every day in a place like that. Their buskers are playing classical music. So therefore, rakyat dia become appreciative and love this kind of thing. Because they're exposed to it on a daily basis. So if you want our kids to love our culture, then you have to expose them to our culture, to our songs, to our culture, to our artists, to our musicians. So I think a touring circuit, a lot of people always focus on recorded music.
Ya, betul.
Everybody thinks, recorded music is it. Tapi kita kena acknowledge significance of live music.
Yes, nothing beats live
Yes,
music.
correct. I mean, and live music allows you to discover something that's new, because radio, no fault of theirs, is playing something that's regularly a certain type of music, whether it's oldies hits or pop
or ballad.
yes, it's
the
the same thing round and round, because that's what the station is meant to be.
It's business.
It's business, yes. That's why they're playing that kind of music. So live music allows you to discover new acts,
yes.
because it's acts that would never get airplay on a radio station. So I think music fans always want to see something new, want to feel, experience something new. So that's why a live, the ecosystem requires live music all the time.
Agree.
And I think this is something that mature country, negara yang matang akan adakan touring circuit, because dia faham benda tu akan menghiburkan rakyat mereka, dan dengan itu rakyat mereka akan lebih happy, tenang, happy, able to release emotion by watching something rather than going and doing something.
Go fight, tumbuk itu, take some entah apa-apa punya benda.
So memang music saya rasa adalah a powerful way to connect people. You can see it everywhere. I mean, films do that too, but music is the fastest outreach, because you don't have to go to a theatre to go and watch
yelah, kalau macam theatre, you kena pergi kat tempat tu.
Yes, betul.
Untuk tengok show tu.
But here you can just get that music on Spotify. Nowadays especially, the outreach, you go down, you win the hearts of the people, and then you have your music on Spotify, people go back and listen to your music and kind of stay connected. So that's a very strong connection with people, and how they connect, not only via music, but it's culturally
Culture,
connect.
yeah.
It is culturally. So,
Ya, betul.
so I think touring is, I think, a very, very important way for us to connect all our
So
audiences.
kita tak ada lagi tapi mungkin ada yang tak tahu touring circuit tu datang apa. Dan bahasa Melayu apa lagi touring circuit?
Wait.
Apa?
There is a word for it.
Oh, ada?
There is a word for it. I cannot.
Circuit macam circuit aliran apa ni untuk
Yelah tu.
senang kita ni lah untuk kita buat show yang berjalan daripada sini ke sini. Tapi dulu masa yang zaman-zaman fun fair tu kita tak dipanggil sebagai satu circuit ke? Dia orang kan like touring juga fun fair.
Fun fair is touring, tapi they are able to do now got fun fair not? Tak ada kan?
Tahun lepas ada. Tahun lepas 2 tahun lepas ada.
Satu
yang dekat
je
Damansara tu.
Itu
sebelah
bukan
Ulu.
touring, is sitting there for 6 months.
Okay.
Hello, we're talking about going to other states and the other states experiencing the same thing.
Yeah.
The circus did not tour around and around, okay? But
Okay.
but I mean, the people have to understand the importance of music for building brands, for building. It's all kinds of things. It's not only for your rakyat, but it's also establishing identity, branding your culture. So, I rasa it's important lah.
Ini macam Nashville kat Jenn.
Betul. I mean,
what do you know about benda tu?
I mean, Nashville before was nothing.
Nothing kan?
Until they decided I want to become a music city. So they decide to brand themselves as the headquarters of country music.
Country music,
Yes.
Oh, so that's why diorang panggil sebagai country music capital lah.
Yes, it is a country music. So their museum of country music, their awards is held there. Anybody who wants to break into country music goes to Nashville.
Oh yeah, sebab
I think even Taylor Swift also there.
I mean sebab saya suka the fact that when you have that place yang macam this is the home of music, and especially country music, so every songwriters pergi kat situ, they gather together, and then sebab diorang ada this program, this event, so they get to feature all these songwriters untuk dapat
and they mengangkat the business in the end. They mengangkat the city, they mengangkat their country, they mengangkat themselves. So bila ada that same people of the same mindset and the same aspiration dekat situ, it creates an environment for excellence and competition, healthy competition moving forward. So and the audience is also receptive to. Dia dah belajar to, okay, we accept that this is the home of country music. So they become very engaged in their own country music, because country music in the US is grassroots music. It's just like what we deem as rock kapak. Yes. It is. It really is. That's why you always see a lot of country music winning The Voice or American Idol, is because the voting power is in the South. So that's where they have really branded themselves really, really well. And we should really learn to do that. That's why a few episodes back we were talking about building your own community where you are. You don't all come running to KL. So, because the brand of music in Sarawak and the brand of music in Sabah and the brand of music in KL is all different, because it works around the situation that you're in. Music is all about what situation you are in, living in, working in, breathing in. So
dia macam Johor boleh jadi bandar Zapin atau bandar Ghazal lah.
Ya, betul.
Tapi tak boleh kat Jenn, muzik haram.
Oh, sorry. Sorry guys, it's haram. We're out of a job, okay. Hello, YB Music, what are you doing? Okay.
Sorry, macam jahat pula segala. Tak. I mean, kita still ada orang-orang yang akan argue macam tu, so dia akan kills all the discussion. So
but music is the type of thing that really needs a home. It needs a place, a heart where people appreciate, people mengangkat, people work towards doing something great for music and the arts, not
Betul.
only music, but again, it goes back to point number one,
one,
the
collaboration,
government
yeah.
and the private sector and everybody are working together in achieving unity to support those artists. It's the same thing like sportsmen. They have to be put into an environment where they felt appreciated and people treat them properly. That's a new word. That properly. Where people treat them properly so that they can achieve, they can win, they can become champions, is because they're being treated and they felt good about themselves. Sama lah dengan music. Bila kita dalam environment where orang datang pada concert, clap for us, appreciate, buy the tickets, buy the merch, then of course we are going to create an environment where it's great for people to achieve something way out of our expectation. Yeah?
Ya, benda ni. Kita dah buat macam like bandar-bandar automotif, bandar-bandar auto,
Yelah tu. Yes.
Kan? Buatlah untuk muzik sama.
Sebenarnya Malaysians is very creative, you know. They are very creative.
Yeah.
I don't understand why we don't appreciate our creative talent.
Yes.
And we're not talking only about music again or the arts. Menganyam,
Ya, mengenai kita punya,
mengukir,
yes.
all these kind of things in Sabah and Sarawak. Those people, when they do all the ukiran and all the, wow.
Gila, lawa gila.
Yes, so
I mean, I would rather kita angkat kita punya culture because it's so rich and it's so...
yeah, it's our own culture.
It's our own
us.
culture. This
Yes.
is us.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yeah.
I rasa it is important for us to have that touring circuit so that we can understand all the states, what they have to offer. I mean, even in terms of rock pun, the rock in different states is different.
It's different, yeah.
Rock in Perak, in Ipoh, is very Britpop. Rock in Johor is very rock kapak. That's where Search and all came from. So it's different environment again.
Yeah.
So it's really actually very wonderful to see. It just needs an environment yang akan memupuk talent tu untuk become something different, become something special. And
Yeah, that would be nice. I mean, kalau like every negeri ada macam dia punya hotspots untuk this touring, dia mana orang buat event apa semua kat situ, and pada masa yang sama they introduce dia orang punya specialty when it comes to music kan. Barulah orang akan tahu, oh, music wayang kulit begini. Sebab macam ada je lagu-lagu pop yang disadurkan dengan elemen-elemen DK Barat contohnya, kan?
I mean, and this thing is not hard to set up. You know, you could even have a website because I think Nashville, Tennessee, has this website or this app where the public can connect to live music and they feature local artists every day.
Every day.
Yes.
Day and night
Yes.
you boleh tengok live music.
Yes. So that's what connects people and that's what makes people interested. So let's imagine if every state had a platform to introduce like wayang kulit, like you say, wayang kulit lah, boria lah, dondang sayang lah. I mean, we are very rich in culture.
Saya nak tanya. JKKN tak ada like dia orang ada radio, setiap negeri ada RTM ke ada radio ke?
RTM
Radio
ada.
Television Malaysia.
RTM ada.
So RTM dekat setiap negeri tu saya tak tahu, tak dengar. So kalau you guys tahu, dia orang ada tak mainkan lagu-lagu special? Please tell us. Ada tak kalau macam kat Kelantan tu, RTM punya radio mainkan muzik-muzik wayang kulit ke, muzik-muzik Mak Yong ke? Mak Yong.
Muzik haram lah.
Oh ya,
You forgot again.
Tupai.
One is in the world.
Tapi Mak Yong dah direcognize oleh UNESCO kot. Habis kalau dia tak ada home, tak ada perawatan, tak ada pemulihan dan nak mengangkat, habis apa gunanya kita ada UNESCO punya recognition kat situ kalau...
Can you imagine it's World Heritage, okay?
It's
And
World
we don't
Heritage.
even recognize it ourselves.
Korang faham tak maksud World Heritage tu apa? Ini like satu dunia punya tau, bukan just Malaysian punya heritage, World Heritage. which benda tu dah deem sebagai satu yang worthy untuk satu dunia punya possession. Kita tak nak hilang benda tu. Tapi kita sendiri tak appreciate benda tu. Macam mana?
Macam mana?
So whatever lah. Kita hanya boleh cakap je lah.
After we talk about touring and getting all the states involved in mengangkat music dari their own state kan. The other thing that I rasa that we need as if you want to be a mature music community is a music export council, because kita adalah country yang agak kecil, so to really just rely on domestic market is tak cukup.
Ya, betul.
Dan kalau kita faham bila awak adalah company yang membuat muzik, awak akan nak simpan muzik tu untuk benefit diri sendiri, untuk memberi kepada orang yang akan membayar awak for that music. Tapi we need a council that is free from that money making idea and is just involved in promoting the music, promoting the performers, the creators of the music. Misal kata songwriters. Kenapa songwriter kita tak boleh besar dekat China or the US? Boleh je, I think. Because kita punya cara membuat music or kita punya melody adalah lain dari orang dekat US ataupun UK ataupun China. So and it is proven that we do have a lot of musicians in China now because they enjoy listening to that kind of different emotion that Malaysian musicians can put into the music.
True.
So kita perlu this council yang akan concentrate pada how we can promote kita punya talent abroad, dekat luar. Arrange trade missions, do collaboration in terms of you can tour our country without a visa, so can we tour your country? It needs a trade mission to go there and open the road for our creatives. Right now, we have none of that.
Memang tak ada langsung
Yeah, we don't have. So,
keyboard warriors banyak lah.
and I think also that export council can be some place that you can arrange seminars or webinars for people to learn how do I export my music, because when you have to learn how to export your music, there's so many things that you need to do. You have to have a good website. You have to have accessibility. You need to have your stuff uploaded. You need to have a calling card when you travel, when you go out for all those trade fairs and stuff like that. How do you interact with people from the US or Britain that are looking for something different? So we need to be educated. People need to be given the knowledge of how to export your music at all levels, whether it's performing in a festival or whether it's preparing to do a collaboration abroad. People need to have that information.
I mean, tentang music export ni, this council, ada ke negara-negara at least di Southeast Asia ataupun Asian country yang memang ada this council?
I'm sure that Korea has,
Korean,
but
I think memang ada lah.
Yes, they have their own. But I think the more successful ones, definitely the biggest exporter of music is US.
US and UK.
But UK has UK Music, which is an export council.
So that is their council.
And even Sweden, one small country, has Export Music Sweden, which helps their music creators and makers to step outside of Sweden.
Sorry, saya mencelah. That means kat sini macam South Korea, Sweden is a small country and we are even bigger than that. Size country tu sebenarnya tidak justify whether music kita boleh export ke tak lah sebenarnya.
Yes.
I mean,
it doesn't.
It doesn't. Kalau kita we do have talent yang equally as good, if not better than.
Absolutely.
Cumanya kita tak ada this policy or council yang advise us how to export our music.
Platform in every direction kita tak ada. Platform untuk tour tak ada. Platform untuk membina talent tu tak ada. dia bukan hanya platform untuk buat, tapi environment dia.
Yeah.
Bila kita, let's say if we throw all the creatives into one taman together, those creatives will drive each other and will get more ideas. We don't have that kind of atmosphere dekat sini for that. Jangan berfikir-fikir panjang-panjang. You have to talk. But meeting with professionals regularly in the business that inspire you, that make you think out of the box, that I think is important. That's why having this council that can tell you how to, can advise you how to export your music, can give you updates on government funding. Right now, the funding is all over the place. Nobody knows about it. And then everybody wonders why they don't know about it, because it's all kept to a circle.
Kita tak ada satu pool yang gather everyone kat situ.
Yes, we need to have open information as to, okay, here is a way for songwriters to mencecah market dekat Indonesia or China or US. And this is how you do it. Here's a competition that allows you to try and break your market. We have a lot of people that do their own thing. But you need support. If you win the competition, but kita punya foundation dekat sini tak cukup untuk mengangkat awak, then how are you going to get anywhere? You can win the competition, sekian, terima kasih. End of story. Win, come back.
You balik, nothing nobody celebrate pun.
You go play a festival, come back, I play the festival. Nothing happens more than that when you don't have a council that can help you open more doors, connect you to the right people, tell you where to find the funding. So this is all what that council should be doing, and the council should be securing cultural touring agreements. So I can go to this country, we can do exchanges. I can go to Thailand and perform certain events, and the Thais can come here and perform certain events. Mark Wai-Hu is doing that with Taiwan, because he helps the Taiwanese artists come to Malaysia. They in turn help him market some Malaysians going out to Taiwan. This is the kind of thing that governments should be securing at a governmental level, G to G, because that's the only way you can really open out a market. So, Music
Makes
Export
sense.
Council would be good to help our creatives, not only our artists, but our creatives as a whole, composers, arrangers, musicians, find out how to widen their market. It's education based. I mean, you educate them how to do it, and then you give them the platform.
Tapi kan, come to think of it kan, scary juga kalau kita tak ada benda ni untuk discuss benda ni. I mean, kalau nak mengharapkan domestik saja, sekarang ni kita dah dibanjiri dengan muzik-muzik luar masuk. Our domestic karya pun nak kena bergaduh and compete dengan international punya karya also. Which
I don't foresee as a problem, but the biggest problem is that our own rakyat is not taught to appreciate our music first.
Betul.
Yang paling penting is people need to be taught to appreciate your own first. You can appreciate anything else in the world, because we are all open to that appreciation. We always will see one guitar player and wow, man, amazing how he plays, and he won't be Malaysian, he'll be from some small country somewhere else. But we need to memupuk that mindset that kita kena appreciate kita punya dulu, and you
then,
are free to appreciate anything else in the world. You know?
Kan, at least you know your roots, you know your culture macam mana. Sebab selalu problem yang ada adalah bila you tak tahu you punya music zapin ke, music apa ke, you punya culture, your strength, you pergi overseas, bila orang tanya what is your music, I mean your country punya music, terpinga-pinga, takkan you nak cakap jazz. Sasai itu bukan music you. Salah lah kat situ kan.
Mana tahu kita ada Malaysian jazz. Hello, excuse me.
Di
ada
Nusantara
juga
jazz.
Kita ada juga, okay. Look at Jeremy Montero in Singapore. He is the ambassador of jazz for Singapore, okay, worldwide. He has hits in US with Blue Note. So, hello, anything is possible, but you need support. you really need support.
Yes.
So
I like this point.
Yeah,
Point number 4 Kak Jenn. Music Export Council. So pihak-pihak berwajib, kalau ada yang mendengarkan ni, kalau yang ada pihak yang tak berwajib yang mendengarkan ni, sampaikan
Tak
kepada yang berwajib.
Okay.
Jadikan dia wajibal gunnah kat situ. Okay, abaikan.
Okay, we're coming. Abaikan. Okay, abaikan.
So, last one Kak Jenn.
Okay, the last one is something that's very close to my heart. It's something that it's a dream that I've been chasing for the longest time, but it's selalu tak ada orang yang nak mendengar atau tak ada orang yang nak tolong membuat, is music archive and music museum. Saya rasa benda ni adalah agak penting, tapi cara kita nak buat music museum tu adalah selalu dalam some place and never promoted properly. Kita ada music museum. For those people who don't know, our music museum is located somewhere in Dataran. Tapi saya rasa recently it's closed down lah. So kita kena faham that people who are music driven are normally very curious about music. It cannot be a static display somewhere where you have a mannequin and a bunch of gendang and stuff there. Gendang. Ni,
Kan?
yeah.
Macam mana bunyi gendang? Tak tahu.
Tak tahu.
Sebab benda tu static.
But who wants to go and see? Nobody want to go and see. And then everybody will say, apa instrument tu yang yes. They won't even know the name of the instrument. But they will see the instrument. But we need an interactive music museum. And I think, of course, we understand that to make it to get there first, to have a music museum first, requires a lot of funding because it is getting archive from everyone. We already have a number of big people who already passed on. We need to understand, how did music grow in our country? What kind of music was in what kind of era, from pop to asli, to all of these formats, to rock kapak, to where did they record, to how was the time when that music came out. I think it's very important for public to know. To appreciate the music, to appreciate the stories behind the music. It's not only about the music, but what kind of instruments were used at that time, where did the inspiration for this kind of music come from, and to make it more appealing to the younger generation, it should be not only see but play. How does this gendang sound? How does a tabla sound? You can put all your expensive 100-year-old instruments behind a glass or in a display, but you need to have a set of instruments that
yang boleh di-demo kan.
Yes, kids can play. I mean, just like when you go to aquaria or somewhere, touch a starfish. You get a wading pool where you can touch things and feel things, because people want that. People want to have the experience.
Hands-on lah.
I always go to all these places and ask, kenapa kita tak boleh buat
music,
Sony dance station? You know how people dance to music. Kenapa kita tak boleh pakai music kita sendiri? Kenapa kita ada KRU kan? Kita boleh buat dance step. Kenapa kita tak boleh buat Guitar Hero? Kita got enough guitar songs semasa Search Wings, Man Kidal all played. Kenapa kita tak ada Guitar Hero yang gunakan kita punya music? Kenapa kita nak mainkan lagu Metallica? Kenapa?
Agree. Why?
It's as easy as that.
Why?
Actually, to menyemaikan that cinta kepada music sendiri is as easy as to create a game as that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agree. Benda tu.
So
Sekejap, saya ada soalan sebelum tu Kak Jenn.
Boleh.
Saya angkat tangan. Maksudnya all this yang archive tu tadi adalah satu benda yang saya passionately selalu bercakap juga, iaitu documentation, pendokumentasian. Macam like cerita how the music dekat tempat kita ni, pop apa semua tu, macam
that's
mana
heritage lah. Itu music heritage kita, khazanah kita.
Ya, soalan saya, benda-benda tu ada didokumentasikan ke
setahu saya it's all over the place lah. Dia tak dalam
Tak
satu
centralised,
tak central. It needs to be centralized. So that
So that
bila orang nak buat research, dia
they
boleh
can
pergi ke
go-
one place and look for I want to research asli music, the history of asli music.
Ya.
Where else are you gonna where? You tell me where you're gonna find.
Mati nak cari. Oh, you kena pergi kat ni, cari orang ni dekat kampung ni.
ATM, you pergi ATM, lepas tu you pergi ni, sini kena pergi sana. Forget it. You will give up. Want to dokumentasikan.
Yeah.
So whoever is doing research, people should be paid to do research and to keep the research. This is all for future generation. Bila kita nak ke depan, kita perlu tahu apa yang terjadi dekat belakang kita.
Itu satu wisdom yang saya rasa sangat-sangat penting.
Yes.
In order untuk pergi kat mana yang kita nak pergi, important untuk kita tahu dari mana kita datang.
Yes.
Nampak? Takut podcast ni.
But this place is another place to you safeguard audio recordings, because you need to digitize your audio recordings. Dan saya don't care kalau awak pernah keluar satu lagu ke, satu album ke, satu single ke, you have already masuk the history. You masuk the history of music in Malaysia. It doesn't matter if you came out with just one song. So benda ni is important that kita catalog benda ni and have all of this. What happened in our music? Soon people will forget even Sudirman buat Chowkit Road kot kalau kita tak mendokumentasikan benda tu. Dan
sebaik kita ada evidence, ada videonya, apa semua.
So but we need to gather it all in one place lah. Sekarang is newspaper articles dekat Berita Harian, footage dekat
TV ATM ke apa ke.
ATM ke, yes, or the history of Anugerah Bintang Popular, or history of AJL, or the history of AIM. Benda tu is important kot. AIM's all these award shows mendokumentasikan apa yang terjadi pada tahun itu. You can see the way the music is changing. Oh, hip hop came out in this year, rock kapak was this year, Siti Nurhaliza lasted from this year to this year. I mean, all of that is being documented right now by award shows. But it needs to be documented by other things, because kita nak perlu tahu dari orang yang terlibat dalam pembikinan music dan management artis tu sendiri. What is the story behind? You know, how many times did this artist have to walk? No money, had to walk to the record company just to talk about recording an album. Nobody knows
benda tu.
And these stories is important for us to keep and tell. Dia historical significance untuk negara kita juga, dan dia adalah investment dalam cultural diversity kita, dan juga artistic inspiration untuk generation yang akan datang.
True.
Yes.
Tapi saya perasan daripada semua point ni kan, 5 benda yang kita nak ni, tapi yang nombor 1 adalah kolaborasi antara government apa semua tu, dan lagi 4 point kita tu sebenarnya semua memerlukan kerjasama daripada pihak government, pihak private.
Betul.
Orang seni. I mean
to develop that thing will take ages. Like developing this museum will probably take 10 years, because kita nak kumpulkan costumes yang orang ada, kita nak kumpulkan stories, kita nak mendokumentasikan, mendigitalkan.
Susah kan benda sekarang ni nak sebut.
So semua benda ni takes time to do. We have already, like I said, lost one generation of people that we should be talking to and asking them, so how was life during your time in the music industry in Malaysia? How did you get where you are today? Macam mana awak menjadi legend ke? Macam mana awak contribute ke? How was touring during those days? Because yes, memang kita ada touring sikit dulu. Yes. Search Wings, Sude, everybody was on the road all the time. So that's why music was so rich. Culture was so rich during that time, is because of that. Even I listen to asli music because I'm exposed to benda tu. You cannot keep it in a box or keep it in a digital format without letting people to have access to it. And that's why the museum is the final piece, is the access to all the information that we ever have for Malaysia.
It's like the collective archive yang
Yes.
semua benda yang Malaysia ada kat situ.
And we're not only talking about cultural, we're talking about everything. Metal bands,
Yes,
rock
not just
bands,
betul.
pop bands.
Anything Malaysian, tak
Yeah,
kisah.
EDM, Malaysian EDM
ke,
yes,
traditional
anything.
ke, any genre. So
yes.
kalau ada siapa-siapa yang tengok ni ada access to politician ke, ada duit banyak ke, jumpalah Kak Jenn. Kak Jenn sangat nak merealisasikan benda ni.
Can you imagine kalau kita ada tempat ni, kita boleh buat holiday camp untuk budak-budak kita boleh buat music appreciation camp, dia boleh datang situ record lah, main apa instrumen yang dia suka. Kita boleh ada writing camp, composition camp, research camps, all the universities yang you nak buat research, okay, jom for this one whole week, you tell us what paper you want to research lah.
So it's like a complex where you have kelas, you have museum, you have venue untuk event apa semua kan.
And I think benda ni kena ada central location. Dia tak boleh located in some jungle somewhere.
Kan pergi letak kat jungle. I mean, this should be a place where tourists
betul.
Go.
Tourists, yes.
And public pun easily access benda ni supaya kadang-kadang student nak buat research pasal lagu ni.
And I think it has to be appealing to public. Let's take, for example, let's go for international examples for this thing. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio is a place where people go and see modern music. How the evolution of modern music, they have things, it's just like a big hard rock cafe. They have a guitar and all these things. I mean, it's interesting for people. And that's something, when we have something like that we can see and understand, we can adapt benda tu untuk kita sendiri. Kenapa kita tak ada Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Kenapa kita tak ada a Star Walk? Bila kita invite orang untuk buat fingerprint ke, thumbprint ke, bootprint ke, apa ke print, and it goes right around the building so people can take pictures with it. It's like, Amy Search punya ni, I nak ambil gambar. Exactly. This is what makes the commercial aspect of a museum when it becomes appealing to public. Special exhibits, 3 weeks or 3 months of Sudirman's archive. Dia punya kostum yang dia pakai, dia punya bendera yang dia, whatever works, it's all about Sudirman for 3 months. And we could not only do our own, but kita boleh buat regional juga. Regional people or artis yang besar dekat abroad, all those Chinese artists that made it so big abroad, do a 3-month thing on them and show their achievements so that Malaysians know what has been achieved abroad.
Betul. We can learn a lot from that.
Because sekarang ni, information is so fragmented, you're lucky if you terserempak with the information. But because we are in the music business, we are constantly looking for information. So how did Yuna make it big in the US, for example? Jimmy Kimmel Live good. I mean, people only dream of going on the Jimmy Kimmel. She's been there. She's done that. So,
I mean, kita boleh nampak dekat dalam archive tu ataupun kat museum tu timeline dia.
Yes,
and
exactly.
people boleh relate. Dia kena reject masa 1 in a million. So, I mean, she's an ordinary, macam orang lain juga kena reject, kena itu, but
how did she get to where she is? Yes.
So itu yang kita nak tahu, the belakang pentas story. Backstage story.
And that makes people mendekatkan orang kepada music, the story. It's not only about the music, it's about the story.
It's about the story.
In London, in England, they have the Beatles story in Liverpool. It is a building that keeps all the history about the Beatles. So people go there because it's modern, it's pop culture. People want to know. In Vienna, they have the House of Music where all the classical music, instrumentation, music
Semua ada
pieces,
situ.
semua ada dekat situ. So I think it's very important for us to realise that again, negara yang matang ada apresiasi towards music and art. And when people see that, when foreigners see that, they also say, wow, Malaysia is developed enough to
have
recognize their
betul.
talent and to appreciate their talent. Itu yang paling penting lah.
Ya, saya rasa we are going there slowly. I don't think I will get to see
Slowly.
benda ni in my lifetime lah. Unless tiba-tiba saya jadi kaya gila.
Your lifetime, my lifetime will come first. So yes, I will not see
kita tak
that.
tahu Kak Jenn.
We will not see it in my lifetime, but I hope that it will start in my lifetime, because this is a long journey actually to do a museum. But we have had music in our country for how long? Since the 1950s kot. So and at that point of time, dia tak ada border, tak ada batas between Singapore and Indonesia. So whatever Melayu music hit is regional. That's why it's called Nusantara now. But dulu all those Momo Latif lah, all those burung kakak tua, all that.
Semua orang nyanyi lagu yang sama.
Yes, in those days. So yes, we need to start archiving now. I've said that 30 years ago, and when I went there, I said, we got 30 years to archive. Now we got 60 years of things to archive. Tau. The longer we leave it, the more problem we're going to face to archive.
Sebab Kak Jenn dah cakap benda ni 30 years ago. So in that 30 years, you have witnessed kita punya permata-permata anak seni semua gone.
Yes.
That means we terlepas peluang untuk archive
very
them.
sad, because I've been there. I've seen those people in the studio, work with those people, and when they leave and we don't have any documentation of their contribution to our industry, it like hurts, because we can never get it back. You can't get it back, and we need to really understand that lah. We really understand that. Okay. Dah.
Man.
Jangan. Yeah.
So itulah 5 perkara yang diperlukan ataupun boleh kita kata sebagai indikator untuk kita tahu adakah industri muzik kita ni matang.
Yep.
Which benda ni dia takkan boleh industri muzik saja matang. Kita akan grow, industri lain pun akan progress forward. So it will take some time. Bukanlah kata alah kau ni banyak bercakap pula korang ni. I mean kalau tak ada orang yang cuba cucuk benda tu tak akan jalan ke depan. So kita akan suarakan benda ni.
Then hopefully with you understanding pemahaman awak, then you can help us fight for these things when it comes to music education and all of this kind of stuff. Needs your support as well. Thank you very much.
So, anything yang ada point kita terlepas?
I think we already been serious enough.
Oi, serius? Betul. Kali ni punya takut serius. Tapi itu setakat ni kalau ada apa-apa point tambahan ataupun benda yang korang rasa relevan untuk diborakkan dengan topik ni, komen di bawah. InsyaAllah kita akan reply from time to time. Kita akan jumpa lagi di episod yang akan datang. So kita selamat pengantin baru.
Selamat pengantin. Tengoklah. Okay guys, see you next episode. Bye.